February the 12th, 2025. Guys, we've been talking about for a couple of days this 59 million, dollars that went to luxury hotels in New York City. One of them included the place where the Lakeland Riley's killer stayed, guys. But not only that, if I'm not mistaken, this thing was owned by someone in the Middle East. It was either Afghanistan or Pakistan, maybe Pakistan. And so why was suddenly 59 million sent to basically a Pakistani entity, and it was paying double room rate? 59 million. Now, we were watching some of the live hearings today with Tulsi Gabbard, and in the comments we were talking about one of the main things that we have to focus on, and that the new administration, they have to do something with these lip-tard judges that don't have the right to really step in and stop a president from doing things. President Trump, I think, is giving them just enough rope. Now, these are not elected judges. They're appointed usually by a president, and it's kind of like a lifetime appointment, but they can be taken down. But listen to this. Kristi Noem calls back the $59 million in FEMA money spent on housing migrants in New York's luxury hotels, including, again, Lakeland Riley's killer. Now, I know she got that much, but I noticed in the press conference today at the White House, $80 million was mentioned being clawed back. So I don't know exactly what happened. But again, why was that suddenly sent to Pakistan, or I think it was Pakistan? We'll look it up. But anyway, why was it sent to that entity so quickly at double room rate? Where was the money really going? What is going on there? The deep state is being rolled over and uncovered one layer at a time, and it just keeps getting deeper. But it's got to go through this process in order to unfold it and shine the light on it. This is the Gateway Pundit, and I'll put a link to it, but it says the Secretary of Homeland Security, Kristi Noem, is restoring FEMA to its core mission. Posting on the X platform, Noem said that she had clawed back $59 million sent by deep state activists within FEMA, which is under the jurisdiction of DHS, to house illegal aliens in luxury New York hotels. She said in the X tweet, "I have clawed back the full payment that FEMA deep state activists unilaterally gave to New York City migrant hotels." Why? We know there was more than likely kickbacks within and grift and payoffs within New York itself. But why this particular hotel? It's not even it's a Roosevelt hotel, but the U.S. doesn't own it. That's something else that really needs to be addressed in the upcoming few years. She said, "Mark my words, there will not be a single penny spent that goes against the interest and safety of the American people." That's great news. Now today, the DHS announced that the Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA's chief financial officer, 2 program analysts, and grant specialists had all been fired from the department for authorizing these payments. Effective immediately, FEMA is terminating the employment of 4 individuals for circumventing leadership to unilaterally make egregious payments for luxury New York City hotels for migrants. This came from DH spokesperson Tricia McLaughlin. Under President Trump and Secretary Noem's leadership, DHS will not sit idly and allow deep state activists to undermine the will and safety of the American people, she added. They said that money is meant for American disaster relief and instead is being spent on high-end hotels for illegals. Think about the evil of that. This is a spiritual battle. Do not let anyone think you or talk you into thinking that it's not. Look at the evil, guys. You can see it in their faces. And they are rooted deep into the swamp. They're getting pulled out one at a time, but there's still some very deep, nasty serpents in that bayou. Said the Doge team just discovered that FEMA sent the $95 million last week to the luxury hotels. It says that last month Trump created a FEMA response council with the aim of cleaning up the agency. The order stated the agency had lost its mission focus, diverted employees and valuable resources to support missions beyond their authority. You skip the Trump houses, or the ones that had the vote for Trump signs in them. Ignore the Carolinas. He said it had blown billions of dollars housing illegal aliens, and they stood there at the White House podium, whatever that thing's name was, and she said the FEMA was broke. But they had enough to send $59 million that got clawed back. I don't think that's all of it. And what we're about to see, guys, in the next 2 days is something that's going to go down with these judges making these illegal demands to stop the Trump agenda, or let me say this, I think it's more of the MAGA agenda for us to take our country back, okay? And they hate that, but we're going to see them catching some trouble. They cannot stand up to the power that's behind this movement now. This country prayed to our Father in heaven, and he heard that prayer, and he's given it a second chance. Don't ever forget that. Don't ever turn your back again. But right now, since that has happened, guys, he's not going to let these demons continue as long as the pressure is put on by the right side, by the people with the light in their eyes when they're speaking. You can tell the difference. And this goes back, guys, to yesterday, and it was when FEMA, they actually busted the people. This was before the money got clawed back, but it says Trump's administration fires FEMA's chief financial officer and 3 other employees after agency spent $59 million, again, on these hotels in New York City. And they're saying effective immediately. This was yesterday. Again, FEMA is terminating the employment of 4 individuals for circumventing leadership to unilaterally make egregious payments for luxury hotels for migrants. It says Tricia McLaughlin wrote this. She said, firings include FEMA's chief financial officer, 2 program analysts, and a grant. The firing of FEMA's chief financial officer, Mary Commons, is particularly significant. As the Daily Mail notes, Commons and her team are probably the most powerful group at FEMA because they control its billions in fundings. The money controls it all. Who is actually responsible for turning their back on the people that needed the help? Mary Commons and that group. She's gone. They need to be gotten out of the way. Let's continue the destruction of the deep state. When all that smoke's cleared, individually come back to these people and show them what the J6ers have been going through for 4 years now. Guys, we're watching this. This is a heads up. This is a major deal here that they got that money back, because it's not going to stop there. That, again, that's one of the things we said. We got to not only get the people out, but get the money back. And that's what needs to happen. Again, if they have to confiscate resources, and we look at Sarah, that was the lady that was running United Nations embassy for U.S. or whatever, suddenly made $30 million. We talked about that. So they're going after these people. And if she's got $30 million in the bank, it needs to be taken. They need to be in prison. They're traitors to this country. But this is good news, guys. This was very important that something happened about this. This may be the turning point to where they think they can still get away with the crap they've been pulling, and suddenly they can't anymore. And I'm just waiting now for the smackdown to come on these demonic judges that were put in by demons. It's a heads up, guys. Be safe.